and he basically said we're 3-9, but somehow we were almost undefeated, and they were right. They were almost undefeated, but they ended up 3-9. Nebraska was such a weird team. What is up, everybody? It is Jake with Master Football, back at it again. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button right now. Okay, please do it. I really appreciate it. Hit the red subscribe button. Like, share, comment, subscribe, follow, all that kind of stuff. This is Jake with Master Football. All things pro football, college football, video game football, anything related to American football we discuss right now. And let's get into the video. Okay, so the crazy thing about it right now is, and again, I just watched the Saints and the Cowboys play, and that was a weird one because, Taysom Hill, he's not exactly a pure quarterback, so he was having some issues out there. But anyways, the Cowboys ultimately won that game. But I want to talk about college football because, especially, and you see this right now, there's a lot of coaches are getting fired before in conference championship week, the week before conference championship week. There's a lot of players entering the transfer portal. There's a lot of people switching, and that's because a lot of different things. And again, in my video on Wednesday, I articulated that the reason why all this stuff is happening right now is because the early signing period is December 15th. So they're like, hey, dude, if we got to get a new coach, we got to get a new coach right now. Otherwise, all these recruits are going to be done and signed and gone. So we got to hurry up and move quick. So with that, you see a lot of other players are entering the transfer portal. Well, one notable player has entered the transfer portal, and I want to talk about how it's going to affect their team. Let's get into it. So here we are. Nebraska Cornhuskers QB Adrian Martinez enters football transfer portal. It's right here. This is by Adam Rittenberg. It says, Nebraska record-setting quarterback Adrian Martinez, a three-time captain, enters the NCAA transfer portal on Thursday. It says right here that he underwent surgery on November 24th. He missed that Iowa game. So he wasn't able to play, and we're actually going to get into who actually took his place with that. But it does right here that, I don't think that decision will take too long. Nebraska coach Scott Frost said November 24th when asked about Martinez's future plans. I want what's best for the program and definitely what's best for Adrian. This is a website. This is HuskerOnline.com. They kind of come through here. It says 3 takes on Adrian Martinez's decision to enter the transfer portal. One of them says right here, it was never a matter of if, but when. It says right here, during the Nebraska's regular season finale against Iowa, Adrian Martinez's father, Tony Martinez, came up to me in the pregame warm-ups and shook my hand to thank us for all the coverage. Typically, when someone does that, it's a pretty good indication that things are over. So basically said that, and again, he was really well respected. You see here, it says you won't find very many people with more class than Martinez. You got to remember, man, he was a top flight recruit coming in. He was, doing absolutely fantastic with all these things before he got to Nebraska, and it just never really panned out. They just never really cemented the team they wanted to be. It was so weird because, what was his, the Bustin' with the Boys guy right now, Will Compton, he had a post because he was a Nebraska alum, and he basically said we're 3-9, but somehow we were almost undefeated. And they were right. They were almost undefeated, but they ended up 3-9. Nebraska was such a weird team, but again, they really respect him. And then last but not least, it says, we need to see what Frost can do without Martinez at quarterback. So this is the big aspect of this video. This is where I would say the seat for Scott Frost is going to get either really hot or really cold. If his quarterback comes in, this new guy comes in, and it's not that great, or you don't really show progress this year, and you still don't show progress next year, the leash is short because Adrian Martinez was a top flight quarterback out of Fresno, California. But it just never materialized. So if you can't materialize it with 2 quarterbacks, man, that'll be tough. Adrian started 4 years. That's the big reason why that was kind of all over the place. But we want to get into who is going to be taking over his place. So I want to come here to the dispatch.com, and this one was the depth chart for the Nebraska versus Ohio State. You see here, Adrian Martinez was quarterback number 1, and then Logan Smothers was quarterback number 2. We actually have some highlights on him from the Iowa-Nebraska game. So here we are with the 2020 class. This is Logan Smothers. He was the 14th rated dual threat quarterback in the country and the 14th best player in the state of Alabama, committed to Nebraska to play. 89.75, 4-star athlete, very, very solid. We actually come here against this game against Iowa. They were actually up, and if you see it, so at one point they were up 21-9 entering the fourth quarter. They gave up 19 points in the fourth quarter, and they just lost the game. It has probably to do with a couple different things. I was able to watch a little bit of Logan Smothers, and you can definitely tell if you come down here and check this out, 24 carries for 64 yards, 2.7 yards per carry. Some of those were sacks, but your boy can run. Okay, he's definitely fast. 16 for 22. It's reasonably efficient. 54 QBR. That's efficient right there. Spencer Petras only had 13 passes, but He at an 87 QBR, much more efficient with what he does. So I think that for Logan, if you watch him, he's very, very explosive, can run. I think he's going to be almost kind of like not necessarily a dynamite drop back quarterback, but his job is to be that move quarterback that almost like a point guard more so, where like hey, swing pass here, speed option here, option there, maybe throw the ball here. He's not going to be asked to drop back and throw the ball 60 times in a game. His job is to be that dynamic runner of the ball, and we're going to see it in a couple of the highlights we have right here. So here are for Wheels.com. I encourage everybody here to go subscribe to Wheels.com. But I want to go ahead and show this right here. This is one of the few passes that he's actually thrown. He doesn't look completely inept at throwing the ball, but he definitely looks like he's not as comfortable as what you would want. So let's go ahead and check this out. So the snap's coming back here. He's going to throw it to Torrey up here at the top, who's going to run himself a little bit of a dig. Boom, catches it up the field. Bam, nice play. You'll actually see it a couple of these things here. I'm going to include this link in the highlights here. You're going to see how he actually does because he's pretty mobile. I mean, again, this is a 4th down conversion, but I just want to go ahead and play that. But Logan Smothers can definitely run. He can definitely play some football. So where does that put Adrian Martinez? So far, I haven't found where he wants to go, but I know that most Nebraska fans wish him well with where he goes. But this is it. This is where Scott Frost's timer really starts. This Logan Smothers guy, it looks like he came in. You had a 21-9 lead against Iowa late in the season. You know, this guy looks like he can play a little bit. Whether or not you can harness him against the Northwesterns, the Minnesotas, the Wisconsins of the world on a consistent basis, we're going to see that Illinois. We'll see if he can do it on a consistent basis. But for right now, it looks like our dear friend, Mr. Scott Frost, has a quarterback to take over for Adrian Martinez that plays with some experience and does some things that he wants to do. All right, guys, especially if you're a Nebraska fan or not, let me know what you guys think. Okay, let me know what you think about, Adrian Martinez. Let me know what you think about Logan Smothers taking over. What's going on with Scott Frost? Is he going to stay? He's going to go? Again, I think he's going to stay, but, what long of a leash do you think Nebraska's going to give him? Are they going to give him 1 season? Will they give him 6 games this next year? Let me know what you think. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on Monday. I'm out.